Hola, banditos and bandidettes. I don't know if that's a banditette is a thing, but that's okay. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool and you're part of a dream. My beard is getting long. This is actually pretty fast nowadays. This is like a third day. I'll shave tonight. I'm gonna get a super beard when I go tree planting. Today, it was cool. It's like 4 hours at the dentist. Worked super short because there wasn't much of the day left and I needed to go to the dentist. I finished listening to one of the vlogs. Well, I watched everybody's vlog that I missed, and one that I thought was interesting. Also, sorry that we didn't invite you, Alan and Max, to the work class. Courtney didn't invite you because she invited me, and I was just doing my thing. I was just being a free girl, doing my thing. Anyways, one of the vlogs that was saying, Alan was talking about free will. I really like that. I didn't expect such a positive response, even though it's just the way you said it sounded negative, but it was so positive. Like, do what you want, no matter what. It's great, free will. How I kind of see it, like, will, or like free will, or destiny is actually one way I would like to see it. I don't see it as like, I see it as, in Wanted, the movie, which also sucks, but well, it's good if it was just like standalone, but compared to the comic book is amazing and brutal and like really dark, but it's awesome. In any case, the movie had this part where like they're a fabric company. What? Are you talking to me? Anyways, so fabric company that or they're not a fabric company, but they make fabric and they take a piece and then they like transcribe it and they find out that they have to kill this person. I kind of see destiny as this, like, if this was all, if your life was kind of like these strings of fabric, and what you do in your life sort of changes which string of fabric that you get on, and eventually it'll lead you to a different destiny. So I think your choices kind of predetermine what you do, but you don't know what you'll do till you decide, is basically how I see it. I kind of think there's free will. I hope there is, but if there isn't, I love the way Alan explained that, like, do whatever you want anyways. That's great. That's a great way to look at it. Now I'm gonna challenge Alan on some things. This is really raw, so I feel like I'm gonna be poorly articulated for it. But Alan keeps arguing with me about, like, not conforming and being outside of the norm, and like trying to be or like uphold like this individualism, and I agree on a lot of points, but and individualism is extremely important, but being an individual, I don't think that I honestly disagree that there is like this norm that you're kind of speaking of. Like, I think everybody is kind of special, and that makes nobody special, but everybody is kind of special in their own little ways. And one of my favorite words that I found one day, just, being on the internet, is I think it's Sonder, 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 which is the sudden, or the realization that every passerby has a life just as complex and interesting as your own. Like, we all, like, even the ones who, like, maybe they're just on a bad path right now, but they got fucked up somewhere along the lines, and it's not as simple as they're evil and they're good, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with being, like, the majority of the population is going to be the norm, because, and the ones that are outside of it, the ones who are, for example, bisexual, nothing wrong with that, by the way, the ones who are gay, the ones who are trans, the ones who want to be a pony, like, whatever, there's nothing wrong with that, and we should celebrate differences, but we have to recognize that there are differences, and being normal, like, in the, like, these gender norms, or these social norms, like they shouldn't, like, number one, yeah, maybe we shouldn't like raise them up as these big standards or anything like that, but we can't deny people who want to be a certain way. They have just as much right to be a basic bitch as a person who wants to be a bisexual, trans, LGBT, whatever. I think that but they both have to accept and celebrate each other's differences as long as no one's hurting each other. That's the biggest part. So if you are a straight white male, like, I love that. I'm not calling you out for being a straight white male, Alan. But like, that shouldn't be hated on. Like, you shouldn't be like, oh, there's privilege to that. Like, maybe there is privilege, maybe there isn't. Maybe there's someone suffering more than you are, and there certainly probably is, because probably it just boils down to there's one person in the world who's suffering way more than everyone else, and it boils up, there's one person who's suffering the least. But guess what? Everybody in that middle ground is suffering on many different levels, whether it's like social, whether it's war, whether it's all these things. Like, we're all dealing with it, and we gotta respect that. And we also kind of gotta think, like, what else? Like, what does it matter? Who cares? You gotta still do your shit. You can't just be babysat by anyone. Everybody's gotta get their own shit together. I think someone else said that in their vlog. If everybody just took care of themselves, or actually, maybe I read it was another post, but we gotta help each other. But at the same time, we have to be willing to help ourselves as well. And quite honestly, one day I'm hoping for old people to just die off. I'm not trying to be mean to old people, but in a sense, like, when everyone's minds, and when the toxins of the old ways of thinking have died off, and like, it's more about science and holistic and spirituality, like, when that's, like, I hope combined together, or maybe science can make more sense of it, then that will be the day that things will come together more. But until those old people brainwashing their old ways on us hopefully dies off, then we'll be better. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's too much of a conclusion on what I was trying to state, but those are just a couple points that I was thinking about, and I just wanted to be as raw as possible. And there's no hate. There's no hate here. Nobody has hate. Everybody's just critical thinkers, and thinking for yourself, living your life, doing the best you can. Persevere, persistence. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. That's probably the first tattoo. I'll do the persistence one first. This is gonna cost thousands. I'll just do it all together. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm rambling now. I love you all. You have a great night. Work hard. Just put out content. I'm gonna go work on a new Fortnite video, or like whatever video I feel like. Probably it's gonna be Fortnite though, but yeah. Take care. Boop.